Alright guys, so we're back with another purchase that I made from a viewer of the channel, and this one should be interesting. This one should have, I think, about 140 Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color games, so I'm pretty excited to check it out. It's amazing that you can fit so many games into such a small box, but of course that makes sense because Game Boy games are pretty small. If you guys want to see your collection in a video like this and you want to, you're interested in selling your collection, go ahead and check out my website down below. It's called jackpot and go to the Sell Your Games tab. When I first started doing this, I did videos of every single trade-in I got. I stopped for a little while because I got so busy, but I'm trying to get back into the swing of things and do it for everybody. But of course, if you submit a trade-in and you really want to see your stuff in a video like this, make sure to let me know so that I can make sure to do it. He stuck like a little bundle of games in every little bubble mailer here. We're gonna have so many games to open up. Alright, so we're kind of a mess right now, but I'm just going to start opening them up and dumping them out. And he wrapped them up really nicely. The good thing about Game Boy Advance games is they're kind of hard to damage. I mean, they're so small that you could easily like step on one and destroy it, but in general, it's not, they're not super easy to damage like a disc is. You can scratch it up and stuff. But oh, we start out with a solid lot here, so let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. But somehow the first package I opened, we're starting off hot with some Pokemon games. We got Pokemon Ruby version, definitely a legit copy. Mario Party Advance. We have Cartoon Network Speedway. We have Banjo Pilot, Kim Possible 2, and Sonic Pinball Party. Cool. So there's definitely some games in here I'm gonna have to keep for my collection because I'm super low on Game Boy Advance games. I have like 5 right now, so I'm gonna have to keep some of these, but like always, a lot of these games will go for sale on my website, which is jrupgaming.com, link down below. And then some of them will go for sale on Whatnot, which is like a live auction website. It's pretty cool, actually. I started selling on there like a month ago. Essentially, I hop on there like a live stream, kind of like you can do on YouTube or Twitch or whatever. But you can also sell games and whatever on there. So basically, I hop on and I can show you these games in person while you purchase them. And you don't even have to purchase anything. You can just watch the stream if you want to. But it's pretty fun to interact with the viewers. All right, so next up we got Dexter's Laboratory. We've got Spyro Season, what does that say? Season of Ice. Nice, never even heard of that one, but I love Spyro. Finding Nemo. We've got Digimon. We've got Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2. And then we have Saberwolf. Nice. All right, next up, gonna dump these out, and we got some Game Boy and Game Boy Color games here. So first of all, we have Pokemon trading card game for the DMG Game Boy. We've got Super Mario Land for the Game Boy. We've got Galaga for the Game Boy Color. I always love the Game Boy Color games that have the clear case. So sick. We've got Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. Ooh, might have to keep that for my collection. And then we've got Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3. So it's always, I don't know if you guys realize it. I'm sure you guys can assume this, but it's always hard to go through these collections, and like, obviously I can't keep everything, or else I would have no money. But it's kind of hard when you go through and you see so much cool stuff. It's hard to not want to keep it in your own collection. And just kind of so you guys know how my collection works, I don't have a ton of stuff in my collection. I usually kind of cycle through things. Like I'll come up with stuff and be like, man, I really like this, and I'll keep it for a while, and then if it sits on my shelf for too long, I'll sell it or whatever. We got Gundam Seed Battle Assault. You've got Sega Smash Pack, because like frankly it hurts me to look at a shelf of like hundreds and hundreds of games and they're not being played. So I like to keep my collection like fairly reasonable or small. Zoid's Legacy. Got Mega Man Zero. Got Danny Phantom, the Ultimate Enemy. And then we have Excite Bike, classic NES series. And so far, all these games are in really nice condition. All right, next bundle. Looks like we have some Japanese games here, which he did have a small stack of like 15 or 20 Japanese games. So this right here, something Monsters. I don't know. That's actually interesting. So it says Game Boy Color on it, but it's clearly like the shape of a DMG game. Interesting. We have, this is one of the, I guess this is a Pokemon game. Somebody's going to freak out on me because I'm not too familiar with the Pokemon games because I've only played a couple of them. Alleyway, which I know people are going to jump on me about that, but Donkey Kong Land, nice. I always loved Donkey Kong games. Always pretty fun. Then we've got some sort of, it looks like appears to be a Legend of Zelda game. All right, that's interesting. So we've got Link there. That looks like Mario down there. I'm not familiar enough with the Legend of Zelda games to know. And then we've got some sort of Kirby game. And it looks like we're on a streak of DMG and Game Boy Color games because we've got some more here. We've got Mulan. We've got Mickey Mouse, Magic Wands, Mario Golf. Nice. Another clear case. Donkey Kong Land 3. Again, I love Donkey Kong games. We've got no idea what that is. Looks like Popeye. Then we got Donkey Kong Country. Nice. Might have to keep that for my collection. Yeah, I'm keeping. All right, and more Game Boy Color games and DMG games. And oh, we've got one of the ones that has a battery in it. So we've got one pin bowling. Let me go ahead and take that battery out before it ends up like corroding. Still looks okay, but one pin bowling. That's interesting to see. It's got rumble in it. We've got Pokemon Silver, it appears to be, for the Japanese. We've got, this looks like Mario Tennis Japanese version. It's really interesting to me how much different the Japanese version of games look. Like they say Game Boy Color on the side like this instead of like a US game does not even say Game Boy Color on it. And yeah, so I don't know. Just find it interesting. It always has different cover art as well. We've got Bomberman GB. Here's the actual Pokemon Silver, like the US version. And just a few things, like if you don't know how to tell real versus fake, usually it's pretty easy. Like you can see the 3 or 4 right there. Most of the time, I don't think the fakes have that. I'm sure some do. And then you can kind of just tell, like looking at the logo, or I mean like the front label itself, it just looks high quality and crisp and nice colors here. A lot of times the fake ones will look way off. And the way to really tell is to open this thing up and look at the board. We got Space Invaders. All right, so we got Nicktoons Freeze Frame Frenzy. That's a tongue twister right there. Kirby, Nightmare in Dreamland. Got Dragon Ball Z, Legacy of Goku. Pokemon Sapphire version. Definitely looks legit. I have a fake one around here somewhere. It's just kind of funny how bad they look. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. And then we've got Metabots. All right, next baggie, we've got Crash Bandicoot. Always fun. Kim Possible, Metroid Fusion, Mario Pinball Land, and last but not least, we have Lucha. Interesting. I probably pronounced that wrong. We got one more right here. Donkey Kong Country 2. Let's go. Might have to throw that in my collection. All right, guys. So we just hit the jackpot. We've got my favorite game of all time in here. We'll get to it in a second. But we got Mega Man 2 here. We've got Island Extreme Stunts, Spyro Orange, Banjo-Kazooie, Pac-Man Collection, and my favorite game of all time, at least for the Game Boy Advance, Mario Tennis Power Tour. I loved this game. I sold it at some point like a long time ago, probably 15 years ago, but this is my favorite Game Boy Advance game, like by far. So I do not own a copy right now, so I'm going to have to definitely keep this. All right, so first got another Japanese game. I recognize that cartoon font, but not sure what it is. We've got Japanese. This looks like, what is that? Some sort of Pikachu game. And it's got the battery in it. Let me go ahead and take that battery out. Another Japanese game, Super Mario Land 2, Kirby's Dream Land, and Kirby Tilt and Tumble. That cartridge looks really interesting. It's got like a indent up here, and then the top looks different. That's weird. Never seen a cartridge like that. So guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take all the rest of the packets and just open them up and just go through the games one by one. But there's still like, I don't know, 12 packets left. There's still a lot left. All right, guys, so I just finished opening up all the rest of the packets, and we've got a ton of good games left. We got King of Fighters, Nosebleed. Got Wario Land 3. I'm just gonna kind of move some into the frame so you can get some sneak peeks, and we'll just go through them one by one. We got Mario Golf Advanced Tour. I've not played this golf game. I need to try that. See if it's any similar to Power Tennis. We got Shrek for Game Boy Color. Got Power Rangers Rescue for the Game Boy Color. We've got Monster Rancher Advance. Incredibles. Nice. That was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. We've got Jimmy Neutron game. We've got Mighty Beans Pocket Puzzles. We move some more into the frame. We got Tarzan. I don't know why, but I love the Tarzan games as well. I actually have the Tarzan game for the Game Boy Advance. The Game Boy Color, I wonder if that's any different. We've got Mega Man 3. We've got Rampage World Tour. Rampage games are crazy. We've got Game & Watch Gallery. Nice. Wario Land 2 for the DMG Game Boy. We've also got Tetris, DMG Game Boy Classic. Super clean condition. All these games are in really nice condition. Astro Boy. Omega Factor, Game Boy Advance. Conker's Pocket Tales for the Game Boy, DMG Game Boy. Move some more in frame. We still got like, I don't know, 45 games left. Wario Land 4, Toy Story 2. Oh, I love Toy Story games. I might have to keep that one. We got Tekken Advance, Sonic Advance. Oh, I think I had this game back in the day. Like I said, I probably traded my games into GameStop like a long time ago to buy some other system, but Sonic Advance I think was another Game Boy Advance game I had in my childhood. Donkey Kong Land, another Donkey Kong game. We've got Ultimate Muscle, Path of the Superhero. We've got Mario Kart Super Circuit. I think I've played this Mario Kart. Been a long time though. Dragon Ball GT. The Grinch. Nice. I just want to like try out a bunch of these games and see what they're all about. Game Boy Advance games and Game Boy Color games are always cool. It's just I don't know. It's always just cool how small of a form factor they are. Sonic Battle. We've got Counter Punch, Pokemon Pinball. Then we got Crash Bandicoot. And again, if you guys are interested in buying any of these games, send me a message on my website or go to Whatnot. Send me a message. I'll be selling a lot of them on my website and also a lot of them on Whatnot. And yeah, Mario Tennis for the Game Boy Color. We've got Pokemon Yellow Special Pikachu Edition. And this one actually has its own special little case, which is cool. I'm not going to open that up right now, but those little cases are cool. You got Super Monkey Ball Jr. Got Tennis, DMG Game Boy. I always love how the original sports games are just like called whatever the sport is. You got Donkey Kong Country 3, so another Donkey Kong game. Let me move some more games in frame. Man, these things are taking up my entire table. DK, King of Swing. I never even heard of that game, but another Donkey Kong game. Nicktoons Racing. Yu Yu Yakusho. Don't know if I said that right. Super Mario Advance. We got Boxing Fever. Hey Arnold the movie. Dragon Ball Z. We got WarioWare Twisted, and I don't know if that's another Rumble pack or what, but that just looks really cool. I guess that is a Rumble pack because that's a Game Boy Advance game. So the other ones I've seen with Rumble packs or Game Boy Color games. So this one's just a different form factor because it's a Game Boy Advance game, but that's pretty cool. It's even got the whatever that is on the circuit board. We've got Monster Rancher Advance 2. We've got Pac-Man, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Classic, Super Street Fighter 2, WarioWare Incorporated, Monsters Inc. Oh, nice. Another one of those movies that I loved when I was a kid. Another Donkey Kong game. Man, there's a lot of Donkey Kong games in here. I can't keep all of these, but I'm definitely going to keep some of them. Probably the ones for the Game Boy Advance I'll keep. Backyard Baseball. Let's go. One of my favorite sports games from when I was a kid. We got a SpongeBob SquarePants game. SpongeBob SquarePants and the Lost Spatula. Can't talk right now. And we still got some solid games left. Got about 10 left. We've got Spy Muppets, License to Croak. What? We've got Yoshi's Topsy Turvy, and that's a super interesting form factor. I wonder if it has some sort of like gyroscope in it that I'm assuming you have to like tilt your Game Boy. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to try that out. That's pretty cool. We've got Pokemon Blue. This one's a little bit torn up. That's probably the worst condition one I've seen in this lot, which is saying something because it's not even that bad of condition. But most of the ones I've seen in this lot have been really nice condition. Dragon Ball Z Boo's Fury. We've got Ready to Rumble Boxing. Another one with a battery in it. Advanced Wars 2, Black Hole Rising. Got the OG Donkey Kong Country, Game Boy Advance. We got Mega Man 5, Mega Man and Bass. Interesting. Pokemon Pinball, another one with a Rumble pack. Let me take that battery out. And a few games left. We got I Spy Challenger. Oh, I haven't played I Spy in forever. We've got Zelda, Minish Cap. I think this is the first Zelda game I've seen today. Apparently, it doesn't want to focus on this game. There it goes. We've got Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3. And then last but not least, we have Earthworm Jim. So man, I think we had like 140 games, super solid collection. There's a lot of gems in here. And of course, if you guys want to sell me your collection and see it in a video like this, go to jrobgaming.com, fill out the sell your games form. I'll let you know how much I can pay. And if you guys are interested in buying any of these games, go to my website and make sure to keep an eye out for new games. And also go to Whatnot, check out my live streams and you know, bookmark them so you can see when I'm going to be selling. But I'm definitely going to sell a big chunk of these on Whatnot. So definitely go check that out. And thanks for watching.